Today, we're talking gear. Welcome for those of you who are new here to my channel. I am Samson. I make videos documenting my journey on becoming a full-time freelancer, as well as I give tips and tricks based on my experience as well. So if that's of interest to you guys, be sure to follow along. Okay, everything that I will be mentioning in this video will be linked down below. Alright, so getting right into the gear, we're going to start off with the camera bodies that I own. I own two camera bodies right now. I own the Canon 80D as well as the Sony a7 III. I mainly use my Canon for wide angle shots as well as YouTube videos just because it has a flip out screen right over there, whereas the Sony a7 III only has this pop out screen, which I can't really see if I want to film myself. I use my a7 III basically for b-roll shots just because it has an 85 1.8 on it, and so a lot of the shots are going to be really shallow depth, and so that'll give me that blurry background look, and so it's super cinematic. I love this camera and lens a lot. For my Canon lenses, I have a 24 2.8 which I got for my birthday, a 50 to 1.8, as well as the 16 to 35 2.8 which is on my camera right now. And for my Sony, I have an 85 1.8 like I mentioned earlier. I plan on getting the Tamron 28 to 75 2.8. So yeah, that'll be a nice versatile lens for the future down the road. I just wanted to add really quickly, for those of you who are considering to become a photographer or videographer, my best advice is to just shoot whenever you can with whatever camera you have, whether it be your phone or an old DSLR that you had in your closet. For me, I actually just started out with my phone. I had a OnePlus 3 as well as my brother's old DSLR, which was a Canon T3i, I think. And so yeah, we all have to start somewhere and just keep on practicing and just having fun with it. Okay, now we're gonna get into my camera bag. Now, I love this camera bag, honestly. It's the Eve Case camera bag. I found out about this bag through one of the YouTubers that I personally watch. His name is JR Ali. Back in the day, he made a gear list just like this one right now, and so I picked this one up for myself just because its price point is just super low for what it's worth. It's only 50 bucks for this bag, and it just serves everything that I need. It has all the basic compartments that you need, such as a laptop compartment, as well as the camera bag compartment, and a compartment for everything else. Moving on to the next item, I have my drone, the DJI Mavic Pro. Honestly, this is a great drone right now. I actually got this a few years back, but if I were to get a drone right now, I'd probably get the Mavic 2, or if I was more of a consumer hobbyist level, then I'd probably get the Mavic Mini. Honestly, those are all great products. DJI just makes really outstanding products overall. For my gimbal, I use a Zhiyun Crane V2. Honestly, this is one of the better purchases that I've made. It allows me to get super smooth shots when I'm on set. It's just super buttery. I'd probably upgrade this to a Ronin S, but right now this actually serves me quite well. So those were my main big purchases. We're gonna now move on into some of the smaller, cheaper purchases that I've made recently. Alright, so first on the list is the Rode VideoMic Go, and personally it's not the best mic out there that you can get. Obviously you can tell that the quality isn't top notch, but it gets the job done and it is super easy to carry around, and so that's kind of what I enjoy about it. And up next is the Manfrotto mini pod, whatever you want to call it, mini tripod. But yeah, I recently got this and it's a super versatile piece of equipment. I like to use it while vlogging sometimes, but yeah, other than that, it's just super handy to have. While we're on the topic of tripods, I'm going to be talking about the tripod that I personally use. Honestly, you can use any tripod out there. I personally bought the KF Concept. The reason why I got this tripod was because it was reasonably priced, as well as the quality was pretty top notch in my opinion. Alright, so next on the list is the Aperture Pocket Light. Honestly, this is a great thing to have with you on set or wherever you are in case of an emergency where you need some extra lighting. This is really good. It actually gets super bright here. Watch your eyes. There you go. Sorry about that. I'll be turning that off. But yeah, super awesome to have. So if you can't tell by now, a lot of the gear that I own is pretty mobile, and that's because a lot of the work that I do is usually remote, and so I'll have to be lugging my gear around, and so I want things to be as lightweight as possible. So for my main lighting source, I use Mount Dog's softbox, and it's the light that's currently shining on me right now, giving me a nice glow. I just searched up on Amazon the best reviewed product, and that's basically how I bought most of my gear that I own today. Alright, and lastly we have this crystal ball, and honestly there's nothing too special about this crystal ball. It doesn't really do anything awesome, but it does create an interesting photo or video if you use it correctly. And so I might make a video about this. Alright, that basically concludes my gear list video going into 2020. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching to the end. I just wanted to repeat myself one more time that you do not need all this gear to create great content. It's the person behind the camera that creates the great content, and so I just wanted to encourage you guys to keep on shooting if that's what your passion truly is. And so I know for myself, I can have a hard time comparing myself or telling myself, man, if only I had this camera, if only I had this certain lens, then I could create better content. And that may be true to a certain point, but that does not mean I stop creating entirely. I use what I have and I make the best of the situation. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys want to follow me on my journey on becoming a full-time freelancer, be sure to check out my last video that I posted on how I landed my first client, and I hope to see you guys next Tuesday. Peace.